Do you ever pause for a moment at the end of the week and ask yourself, why did I waste so much time this week? I could have done more, but somehow I didn't. Believe me, this feeling happens to all of us. We start each week full of motivation, but as days pass, we get caught up in small tasks, distractions, meaningless meetings, and some important things don't go as planned. At the end of the week, we promise ourselves once again, next time will be better. So how can we make the week we start more productive? Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus have long found answers to these questions. Their simple yet powerful habits can completely transform your week.
In today's video, I will show you 7 Stoic habits that, if you apply them,
You will manage your time better. You will increase your focus. You will end your days with a sense of pride. If you are ready for this change, don't forget to watch the video till the end and subscribe to the channel, because here you'll find many more Stoic lessons to improve your life.
if you're ready, let's begin.
First, start your day with the practice of premeditatio malorum. What does that mean? It means to anticipate the worst possibilities in advance. Marcus Aurelius said, "Some of the people I will meet today will be ignorant, some selfish." Why did he say this? Because anything can happen during the day. Unexpected problems, unfair behavior from others, technical difficulties, plans falling apart. If we are prepared to accept these things, they cannot throw us off course. But if we assume everything will go perfectly, even a small problem can ruin our day. Therefore, at the start of the week and every morning, ask yourself, what might go wrong today? How will I respond to these problems? When you prepare yourself psychologically for these possibilities, no difficulty can disrupt your productivity. On the contrary, you will remain calm and resilient. This is the strongest way to protect your focus and energy. So when you start tomorrow, just take 2 minutes for this practice. You will immediately feel the difference. The second way is to prioritize your tasks according to the value principle. Seneca said, "Everything has a price, but the price of time is immeasurable." So how do we treat this immeasurable value? Often we easily give our time away to others or random events. Look at 1 week. You have only 168 hours. How you use those hours shapes your future. At the beginning of each week, you can gain clarity by asking yourself these questions. What are the most valuable tasks for me this week? Which tasks align with my values and long-term goals? Which tasks truly contribute to my growth, career, family, and health? Which tasks will bring me closer to my main goal? The most important thing is to define your goals and take concrete steps toward them every week. Block real time for these tasks in your daily schedule. Which tasks just eat up my time? Constant notification, scrolling social media, meaningless meetings, negative conversations around me. Identify these time thieves beforehand and consciously avoid them. Remember, the secret to productivity is not doing everything, but doing what's important. Keep this in mind. Every yes you say to a task means saying no to something else. If you say yes to every small request or minor task, you are saying no to your main work and your life. Marcus Aurelius said, "Don't sell your mind for anything. Your most valuable wealth is your mind and your time." That's why every day you should make conscious choices. Where will I invest my most valuable energy today? At the end of this week, which tasks will I complete that will truly make me proud? Small and consistent steps will lead you to great results. The key is to direct your energy and attention not to distractions, but to your goals. The third way to start a productive week is to focus on one task and give it 100% of your attention. Nowadays, doing many things at once is often presented as a skill. On social media and training courses, you hear, improve your multitasking ability, but that's an illusion. Research shows the human brain can fully focus on only one task at a time. Trying to do many things simultaneously scatters your attention, lowers your energy levels, and in the end, you can't do any task well. Doing many things does not mean being productive. Real productivity comes from doing one thing fully. So every time you start a task, Make a small agreement with yourself. I will focus only on this task while doing it. How can you make this happen? Put your phone away. Don't keep it within reach. Turn off notifications on your computer and phone. Prepare your environment and remove all distractions. Start one task and continue until it's finished. This simple habit will give you the power to be 10 times more productive than others, because many people still spend their days distracted here and there, everywhere. But if you apply this approach, you will be able to think more deeply. You will produce higher quality work, and in the end, you will feel a deep sense of satisfaction. Marcus Aurelius said, "Do all your work as if it were the last time you will do it." With this mindset, even a few hours of focused work can change the outcome of your week. Therefore, monotasking should be one of your main productivity power sources for the week. Try this rule when you do your first task tomorrow and see the difference yourself. The fourth way to have a productive week is to create mental calmness. Marcus Aurelius used to write down his thoughts in his journal every morning and evening. Why? Because clearing your mind is the unseen but strongest key to productivity. Many times our bad days happen because we start working with a cluttered mind. Inside, hundreds of thoughts, worries, and unresolved issues roam around. No matter how skilled or intelligent you are, your attention gets scattered and your productivity drops sharply. Marcus Aurelius knew this. That's why he cleansed his mind daily by writing. This helped him manage his incredibly difficult and heavy life as an emperor. You can also use this power. Every morning or evening, just take 5 minutes and write answers to these questions. What am I grateful for today? Gratitude calms your mind and directs your attention positively. What is my main goal today? This clarifies your priorities and keeps you focused throughout the day. What is bothering me today and how will I handle it? Fears, worries, pressures. Writing them down strips them of their power and allows you to think about solutions. This simple ritual will clear your mind and sharpen your focus. You will start your day calmer, thinking more clearly and more purposefully. Seneca said, "The greatest wealth is a peaceful mind." If you create clarity in your mind, experiencing one of the most productive weeks of your life will become much easier for you. Try it, and you will feel the difference. Protecting your time is very important for a productive week. The Stoics highly valued this as the fifth key way. Seneca said, "If you do not own your life, others will manage it for you." Indeed, our time is our most valuable wealth. But very often we fail to set our boundaries, and as a result, we become prisoners of other people's schedules and demands. Unnecessary meetings, pointless conversations, proposals that add no value to your main goals. All these steal your time. Stoic philosophy teaches us that to truly own your life, you first need the courage to say no. This is not easy, because sometimes we say yes to things we don't need to please others or avoid conflict. But remember, every time you say yes to something, you are saying no to your main goal. To make your week the most productive, you must truly respect your time and energy. How do you do this? Set boundaries in your daily schedule. I dedicate these hours to work and these hours to meetings. Say no immediately to unnecessary calls and proposals. If it's not possible, ask for some time, think it over, then decide. Ask yourself, what will this task give me? How will it affect my goal? If it doesn't bring value, don't be afraid to say no. Defend yourself, be sincere and firm, and let others know your time is limited. Marcus Aurelius said, "When a person learns to manage their time well, they become free." So this week, start by saying no at least once to something that distracts you. You will see how your time frees up. Setting boundaries in your life means managing your life. This is one of the greatest examples of courage taught by the Stoics. The seventh rule for making your week productive is to focus not on the process but on the outcome. The Stoics teach us a very important wisdom. The outcome is not in our control, but our actions and efforts are. This means you can never fully control every outcome in life. Sometimes you do everything right, yet the desired result doesn't come. and that is perfectly normal. But what can you fully control? Your efforts and the work you do. This approach is one of the main secrets of productivity. Don't be too attached to the outcome. Be attached to the process. So how can you do this? Focus on the process. Train yourself to work during specific time periods each day. For example, every morning, from 9 to 11 I will focus only on my main tasks. Build consistency. Big goals don't happen all at once. But progressing through small, consistent steps is the strongest way. Even a little progress each day will create a big difference by the end of the week. Enjoy the process. See every task not as a burden, but as a stage of your growth. How you approach a task is more important than finishing it. If you work thinking only about the result, whenever the outcome is not what you expected, you'll quickly get discouraged and lose motivation. But if you focus on the process, you will find success in each day itself, and these successes will carry you forward. Marcus Aurelius said, "Find yourself in every moment. Focus not on great goals, but on the task at hand." If you focus on the process, you will feel the results naturally. The seventh way to have a productive week is to reflect on yourself at the end of each day. That means holding yourself accountable. For the Stoics, self-reflection is an inseparable part of life and productivity. Marcus Aurelius said, "At the end of the day, ask yourself, what did I do well today? What could I have done better?" These questions force you to focus not only on past mistakes, but also on your achievements. At the end of the day, this reflection allows you to recognize your successes. Don't hesitate to praise yourself. It boosts motivation. Accept your mistakes and shortcomings, but see them not as crises, rather as opportunities to improve. Make a realistic plan for tomorrow. Write down what you will change and which new strategy you will try. This simple habit will not only make you productive, but also a continuously improving person. At the end of the week, you will see that small but consistent steps create great progress. Epictetus said, "When a person knows themselves well, they become strongest in life." So take 5 minutes at the end of each day and be honest with yourself. This will be one of the strongest steps you take toward living your most productive week ever. If you apply the 7 Stoic habits I've shared with you this week, you can be sure it will be one of the most productive weeks of your life. Yes, Stoic philosophy is not just a mindset. It brings mental clarity, emotional stability, and maximum focus. And these are the strongest foundations of productivity. Apply them and witness how the week transforms your life. If you find this video useful and interesting, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. By doing so, you support me and ensure you won't miss more valuable content like this in the future. I wish each of you a successful week and send love from the Stoic Master channel.